Hi, I'm Dennis Phillips, and welcome to Everyday Reloading and Shooting. Today I'll be shooting Hornady 75 grain boat tail hollow point bullets, 223 caliber, loaded with Varget powder from 21.5 grains to 23.5 grains. Velocity ranges from 2,400 to 2,600 feet per second. I'll be shooting 10 5-shot groups. I'll be shooting 2 groups at each charge weight. So I'll be shooting a 5-shot group here and a 5-shot group here at this 21.5 grains. 5 shots and 5 shots at 22, 5 and 5 at 22.5, so forth and so on. So you're welcome to watch me shoot and enjoy the music, or you can fast forward to the results. So let's get started. I'm going to first shoot 5 warm-up shots before I shoot the target. These will all be shot at 100 yards. All right, some of these grouped really well. Some of them kind of so-so. But let's bring it in and take a look. Okay, so this looks like my tightest group right here. I'm guessing that's probably 3/4 of an inch. This was shooting high and to the right to begin with, so I adjusted the scope to the left and down. I adjusted it again here. That may have been it for the scope adjustments. I think there was one other somewhere along here. I may have adjusted it here and moved it a click to the right. So anyway, we will take these home, measure them, and analyze them, and get back to you with the results. And here are the results. We were shooting 75 grain boat tail hollow points with the Ruger American 223 at 100 yards. We were testing various loads of Varget powder from 21.5 grains to 23.5 grains. What we did is we shot 10 5-shot groups. With each charge, there were 10 shots, and we shot 2 5-shot groups at each charge weight. So on target number 1 with 21.5 grains at 2,400 feet per second, our first group was 1.02 inches. We had a best 4 out of 5 at 0.56. Averaged together, those give us a score of 0.79. The second group that we shot had a group size of 0.83 inches. back up, I noticed that the bullets were grouping to the right of the target. For the second group, I adjusted the sight a little bit to the left, needed to go a little bit further. But on the second group, we had an extreme spread of 0.83 inches with the best 4 out of 5 at 0.71 inches and a score of 77. On target number 2 at 22 grains of powder, we were at 2,450 feet per second. We had an extreme spread of 1.14 with the best 4 out of 5 at 0.92. The second group that we shot, we had an extreme spread of 1.04 and a best 4 out of 5 at 0.75. On target number 3 at 22.5 grains, this was a pretty good load. We had a first group with an extreme spread of 0.79 inches and a best 4 out of 5 at 0.69, so fairly consistent and tight there. On the second group, we had a 0.72 extreme spread and a best 4 out of 5 at 0.48 inches, so under a half an inch for that best 4 out of 5. On target number 4, the first group we shot 0.77. The second group we shot 1.06 with the best 4 out of 5s at 0.68 and 0.78. And then on the last group at 23.5 grains, we had an extreme spread of 0.95 and 0.94. And then we also had a best 4 out of 5 at 0.62 and 0.59. So very consistent there in the grouping there. But here, this was absolutely the best of the day here between these two groups, where we had extreme spreads of 0.72 inches and 0.77. And we had best 4 out of 5 at 0.8 and 0.68. Averaged together, those give me scores of 0.60 and 0.73. So to summarize, on target number 1, if you average those together, our average extreme spread was 0.93. Our best 4 out of 5 averaged 0.64 with an overall score of 78. On target number 2, we had extreme spread average of 1.09 and the average 4 out of 5 at 0.84 with an overall score of 97. On target number 3, we had an average extreme spread of 0.76, best 4 out of 5 at 0.59, and a score of 0.67, which this was my best group of the day. On target number 4, we had an extreme spread of 0.92 with the best 4 out of 5 at 0.73 and a score of 83. On target number 5, we had an average extreme spread of 0.95, best 4 out of 5 at 0.61 and a score of 78. Back to here, I had previously tested this powder with my AR at 22.7 grains, and I was shooting groups with my AR consistently at under an inch at 100 yards. So this is very close to the 22.7. So this has already been tested, and that particular load happened to shoot very well in my AR. It looks like it's also shooting pretty good in my Ruger American. But we do have a pretty good sized gap between these. So between 22.5 and 23, we've got a half grain of difference. So there may be some loads in there that we can find that may tighten those groups up a bit. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found something that you can use with your own reloading. If you have a load that you've developed, or if you've had something that has worked well with this Varget powder, please be sure and post a comment below, and I will see you next time.